Hey there, crazy kids. This is a good old gamer, and welcome to the second part of my 700 subscriber special, where I answer the questions that you guys have given. So let's just get right into it. Silverwolf 1652 asks, if you could be any animal, what animal would you be? A random question, but it says a lot about a person. What animal would I be? I don't know. I I don't know. Maybe a domesticated cat. Um, Domesticated cats seem to have a very easy life. I mean, your average house cat, and I'm speaking of a cat in a well taken care of home who gets attention and the proper care and stuff. The average house cat, they get to practically own everything, at least, and how they act, and their territory is theirs, and all that. But they don't have to do anything all day if they don't want to, and they still get fed, and they still get their basic necessities taken care of, They don't even have to go outside to relieve themselves, because their owners, usually most of the time give them a litter box. And so I say cats seem to have it, house cats, domesticated house cats seem to have it pretty easy. A lot of them don't even have to go hunt for mice to get their meals. They got their cat food. Some just hunt mice or whatever for fun. So yeah, I suppose a domesticated house cat, because they'd have an easy life. They'd have it pretty easy. And I mean, the house that they live in, they practically, that's their territory from the start, so they own the land, so to speak, and they got their quote unquote owners, wrapped around their paws. Again, with like the food and all the attention and all the love and stuff. And so yeah, I'd probably be a domesticated house cat, I imagine. I wouldn't be a domesticated dog though, because dogs have it rough. Dogs really have it rough. Even in the best of family house situations for a dog, it's nowhere near the more perfect kind of life that a cat has, because dogs usually have to go outside to go relieve themselves, even in the middle of winter or whatever. And if there's a cat in the house, it's the cat that owns the land, and it's just the dog's there because the cat accepts the dog being there. I mean, I don't have pets of my own right now, but I have friends that I hang out with who have a couple cats and a dog. And the dog is just a house guest, at least as far as the cats are concerned. And the dogs have to compete with the other dogs in the neighborhood. Whereas cats own their property, and it seems like, from what I've seen anyway, that cats have a pretty decent sense of their territory, and they either don't go to across their territory or expand their territory into other animals' places, or all the cats at least just seem to think they own everything, and they're all acceptable of that. So I don't know. Yeah, I think I'd rather be a domesticated house cat than a domesticated dog, just for those reasons, I guess. Anyways, on to another question. Timothy VHS asks, I saw that you didn't have Fable 3 in your future projects. Could you consider doing that game? Because it's a very easy game. You could complete it in about 3 days. Sure, I'll consider it, I suppose. As long as it's able to be played on the PC, and B, I ever get around to maybe playing Fable and Fable 2. I don't know. Fable 3, I I'll probably consider it. I'm fairly reasonable when it comes to gaming suggestions from you guys. Just so long as you realize that it's going to be a while before your suggestions probably come up as actual like let's plays or videos or whatever. Because if I don't have the game already, and I haven't mentioned that I have the game already, then you're probably not going to see it for a while because I'm not made of money, so I can't just go out and get the games. And if the game isn't available on the PC, then I'm probably not going to be able to play it because I don't have any of the latest consoles. But, you know, that doesn't mean I'm not going to play a game in the future. It's just not going to be like tomorrow or whatever. So, yeah, I'll consider Fable 3 as long as it's on the PC. I don't know. Airsoft Gun 96. Do you think Mass Effect 3 should have some type of multiplayer? Maybe just for fights. Multiplayer co-op? Sure. Multiplayer, like PvP stuff? I hope not. Simply for the fact that I have no interest whatsoever in PvP, and I'd rather they not focus any kind of amount of energy or resources on that sort of thing, especially in the Mass Effect 3 game itself. If they want to make a multiplayer focus on that for the Mass Effect universe, I think it should be a separate game of its own. If nothing else, because you suffer in other areas when you focus on like PvP stuff. You then suffer in other aspects. If Minecraft didn't have a PvP focus, for example, then they could have done a lot more to fix bugs in the multiplayer aspect if they didn't have to worry about getting, you know, if they didn't have to worry about, what do I want to say? Not so much about health, because health matters in order to make the monsters work, but they could have focused more on content and bug fixes and stuff rather than like balancing out PvP and whatnot. And like with DC Universe Online that I'm playing right now, that I just started, it's very noticeable that when you're in a multiplayer kind of atmosphere game, you know, you lose like the personal touch, I guess. You lose a lot in the story. Because like in DC Universe Online, that's an MMO that I'm playing right now, and you can complete a quest, you can quote-unquote stop the bad guys, thwart the bad guys' plans, and your quest is complete and you move on to another quest. But if you look down at the ground where you've been questing, here's these other multiplayer people on the server doing those same quests that you just got done. So what impact did you actually have, you know, other than you're getting closer and closer to the next cutscene that the game throws your way? So I don't know. I wouldn't mind multiplayer co-op so much. I think that could be really fun in a Mass Effect game, multiplayer co-op. Especially like going through the main story and stuff. But as far as like PvP kind of stuff, I would rather they have that in its own Mass Effect game, you know, Mass Effect PvP, Mass Effect multiplayer, or whatever, Mass Effect Online, I guess. But as far as in Mass Effect 3, if there has to be some sort of multiplayer aspect to a game, to that game specifically, I would much rather it just be co-op or nothing. You know, like I said, stick PvP stuff in its own game. And I've never been a big fan of multiplayer multiplayer games in general, because they ruin the focus on the single player, and for lack of a better word, even if they're strictly multiplayer games, they lose focus on like story and the player impact on the world, you know. So I've been much bigger fan of single player games for that alone, that you can make an impact on the gaming world that matters, especially in games like Mass Effect. Mass Effect was awesome in that, especially like Mass Effect 2. There was people in quests from Mass Effect 1 that showed up in Mass Effect 2 depending on how you solved the quests from the first game. That shows an impact that a lot of other games don't have. There were some times that if you killed somebody in Mass Effect 1, you wouldn't see them in Mass Effect 2. If you saved them in Mass Effect 1, you would see them in Mass Effect 2. Your actions were talked about and discussed in Mass Effect 2 from Mass Effect 1 if you carried a save over. So that sort of stuff matters, and you don't get that in a multiplayer game. And this whole focus on multiplayer games lately, it just kind of bums me out. Because the best games that I've ever played have always either been single player, or the multiplayer aspect has been kind of a secondary sort of offshoot kind of thing. Like Splinter Cell. Splinter Cell Chaos Theory had a great multiplayer to it, but it was the focus was the single player, and the multiplayer was secondary. So yeah. Anyways, enough of that rant. Toxic Hazard asks, do you think you will have an intro? And then offers to make one. I'm probably not going to have an intro, A, because I don't care to take the time to try and make one, and B, because if I had an intro, the only time I would ever play it would either be for these like vlogging videos like this, or at the very start of a Let's Play, like the very first video in a Let's Play, and that's it. I wouldn't like barrage every video with an intro, or even like every set of videos, every 4 or 5 videos with an intro, just because I would find it annoying, so I don't want to annoy my viewers. As far as if you want to make me one, sure, fine. That's alright with me. I've had viewers make me backgrounds for my channel, for example. I always welcome your guys' efforts if you want to support me in that way, or, you know, show your enthusiasm and your appreciation for what I do in that respect. If you want to make me a video intro, sure. I'll probably, if I end up liking it and you want to use it, I'll probably use it on my, like, vlogging videos will be the most widely used that they would show up. But I'm not against using an intro. It's just that I personally wouldn't probably go through the effort of making one. If I made a video like that, a promotion type video, it would be a promotion type video. It wouldn't be an intro. It'd be like a 30-second or maybe 1 minute kind of action-oriented montage of various Let's Play clips or something that I would have like featured on my channel page just to kind of get people in the mood to maybe check out my videos. But I wouldn't put an intro video on for like 15-30 seconds for every, you know, beginning of every video, because I find it annoying. And the people, like Sly Foxhound is a Let's Play that I recently started watching. He's got a lot more subs than I do. He's way popular. He's with Machinima Realm and stuff, so. But he has an intro in almost every one of his videos. I skip that. I know it lasts, depending on the intro, it lasts like 15 to 30 seconds. He has a couple different ones. And once I see it going, I just skip ahead the 15-30 seconds and get to watching the actual content of the video, because once you see an intro clip, you've seen it, so you don't need to see it, you know, every video or whatever. But if you want to make one for me, sure, I might use it if I like it. So everyone's welcome to make me whatever they want in terms of like design, like channel backgrounds or like intro videos, whatever you want to do. It's fine with me. If I like it, I'll use it, and I'll give you proper credit for it. But I'm not gonna go through the effort for one of those myself. First of all, because I wouldn't be very good at making it, and second of all, because I don't want to spend time on that when I wouldn't use it enough to make it worthwhile, in my opinion. But Calzorath, do you know you're awesome? I'm a bit too humble and a bit too much of my own worst critic probably to say that I'm awesome, but I recognize that a lot of you seem to think I'm awesome for whatever reason, so I appreciate your compliments in that regard. But as far as myself thinking I'm awesome, not really. I mean, I have my good days, I have my good moments. doing Let's Plays and stuff. But I always, everyone's their own worst critic, and I always think I could do better. So I don't always do better, but I think I could do better. So I'll just say I know that you know I'm awesome. So that's good enough for me, I guess. And Eodin16 has quite a few questions, so this will be fun. Let's see. Question number 1. What kind of games do you think are best? Games that focus on a good story. Games that... Well, okay, there's 2 types of games that I think are best. Games that focus on a good story and or games that have really, really great gameplay to them. And I'll give you 2 examples. For story-wise, I think the Mass Effect franchise, Mass Effect 1 and Mass Effect 2 up to this point, are great when it comes to story, to involving the character in their stories, to involving the player in their stories. Your choices make a difference from Mass Effect 1 to Mass Effect 2. They're not always big differences. They're not always drastic differences, but the differences are there. The characters in Mass Effect 2 recognize your choices from Mass Effect 1 and react to those. Even from the beginning moments when you're in the little shuttlecraft with Miranda and Jacob, and they're questioning you on your history, they recognize your choices and they react to them, and it makes what you do that much more important. It makes everything that much more worthwhile. The immersion and all that is just so great. So even if the story itself isn't like totally revolutionary, or and in this day and age with all the stories that have been written and stuff, what can be truly revolutionary? Those kind of immersion sort of games, or the ones that give you really great stories that make you want to play for the story, it's just, I like those games a lot. And then there are other games like Minecraft that have no story whatsoever within them, but have the funnest gameplay, the perfect addicting gameplay. I could play Minecraft for hours and never get tired of it, and there's not a single NPC in it that's talking to me. There's no story, there's no objective. It's just basic fundamental gameplay that's fun, that makes you want to play more. And those 2 kind of games, the games that make you want to play for the story because you can't get enough of the story, and the games that make you want to play because you can't get enough of the gameplay, those are the games that are the best. I couldn't care less for the multiplayer games like Warcraft, World of Warcraft, or games like Call of Duty, where it's the focus on the multiplayer shooting and all that stuff, because then there's no story and the gameplay gets repetitive really quick. There's nothing innovative about Call of Duty gameplay after the first day of playing it. I can guarantee you that. Any fan of Call of Duty, and the same goes for games like Halo or any of the other first-person shooters out there that have the multiplayer focus, you play the multiplayer part of any of those first-person shooters for a day, maybe 2 days worth of time, and you've done everything. You've played with every gun you're going to ever play with. You've played with every perk you're going to ever play with. You've played with every airstrike or whatever that you're ever going to play with. And after that, it's just a matter of doing that same thing over and over again. The only change is the final kill death score, or whatever score it is you're happening to be playing, depending on the certain game type. And what, in all reality, what good are internet bragging rights in that arena anyway? So yeah, don't really care much for those kind of games. And then World of Warcraft, it's like a more popular Facebook game, to be honest. And I don't think DC Universe Online's any better in that respect, because it's essentially it's essentially the same thing. It's just the only reason that I like it is because the setting and playing with superheroes and stuff is much more appealing to me than the setting of Warcraft. But I don't know. It's probably going to end up essentially the same thing. You're going to get on to play with your friends, whether they're real life friends or friends you made over the internet or whatever, in your leagues or in your groups, and you're going to go on raids, and it's just going to be that. Once you played out the story, that's going to be it. And the story is lacking, like I've said. As much as I like DC Universe Online, and I'm not downing the game in any respect from what I played so far, the story has to lack in a certain aspect because it's multiplayer focused, and every multiplayer focused game lacks in story in some regards. Your impact is not as great of an impact as it is in a single player game, but I'm not going to get on that rant again. Question number 2, what kind of music do you like? I like a lot of different kinds of music. I don't know. I like every kind of music except for rap and music that consists of screaming to a melody. And I don't care if you like a band that just screams into the microphone and calls it music and you consider it to be music. It's not music if it gives me a headache. That's what I think of it as. If I have to endure a headache to listen to it, it's not worth listening to. So, other than the loud screaming, quote-unquote, music and rap, which is just almost all rap is just nasty. It's just junk. But otherwise, I listen to a bunch of different kinds of music. Grew up on country music, and I grew up on oldies rock because my father listened to country music all the time. And my mom grew up on oldies rock. So I've listened to that. I've listened to alternative radio when I was in college because I happened to work at the college radio station and they could only play alternative radio or alternative rock or whatever, indie rock. And I liked most of that. I like most music I listen to. I like classical musics. I like music that's like in Minecraft, where it's just the I don't want to say orchestral, but instrumental or whatever, no lyrics. I like that kind of stuff. So yeah. And what is going on? That was weird. You guys probably got to see that. Yay! That was my latest video for DC Universe Online rendering. I don't know why that popped up, but whatever. Okay, so question number 3. What kind of... I assume that's women's, since men's is slash there. What kind of men's do you like? So I don't know. There's so many ways you could take that question. What kind of people do you like? You mean just in general? I like nice people. I don't like jerks. I can get along with a lot of people with a lot of different beliefs and a lot of different philosophies in life if they're genuinely nice people. If they're jerks, I don't want to be around them. And I realize people have their bad days, and some people are genuinely nice, and you might just end up meeting them on a bad day and they're grumpy or whatever. But you can tell when you meet someone if they're genuinely grumpy all the time, negative, or if they're happy and they're just having a bad day. And so, and that goes farther into like personal relationships and stuff. The nicer somebody is to me, and the more appreciative somebody is towards me, and the more accepting somebody is of me, then the more I respond that way and kind to them. So that's one of the bigger qualities I look for in people, is people who are nice, people who are willing to get along even with differences, who can discuss their differences without just like shoving their certain views on whatever subject down your throat or vice versa. So, yeah, nice people. Those are the kind of people I like, women's and men's. And as far as any other kind of personal stuff more than that, I'm not really going to go there. Sorry. If you're wondering, as far as romantic goes, if you're wondering if I like women or men, I like women. So that's about as far as I'm going to go there. Question number 4. Do you like doing Let's Plays? Yes, I do. I didn't think I'd like doing Let's Plays as much as I do like doing Let's Plays, but when I originally started doing Let's Plays, and I think this is going to lead into one of your questions coming up, but when I originally started doing Let's Plays, I did it to put out, originally as Mass Effect, and then my philosophy is extended to every game I do, but originally I did it to put out Mass Effect, to put it all out there, not to skip anything. And so I was trying to be, and because I'd played Mass Effect quite a few times, I was trying to be informative and helpful and give tips and all that, but I didn't really think I'd end up enjoying doing it as much as I do now. But yes, I like doing Let's Plays. Sometimes when you can get to playing an extensive game, like even Mass Effect or Fallout 3, especially Fallout 3, oh my gosh, that's a long game. It can get kind of frustrating or feeling like it's never going to end, but there's always days like that. Overall, I enjoy doing it, yes. Have you ever wanted to just stop doing Let's Plays? Altogether, no. Not since I started. There have been times I've wanted to stop doing Let's Plays of certain games. The most prevalent in my mind is Dragon Age Origins, and it's not because of the game, it's just because of the technical issues that I've had with it. Everything from before having a patch that fixed it, there was some very, very crappy issues coming in with dialogues in the game that I couldn't avoid, but then fortunately they came out with a patch that fixed that. And now it's just mostly lag, but still that ruins the atmosphere. And but it's not because of the game itself. I really enjoy the game. It's just the technical issues are a pain in the butt. But have I ever wanted to stop Let's Playing altogether? No. That might come to a point after Mass Effect 3's out and I've played it out for you guys. Then I might start wondering if I should stop, but not until then. I definitely want to get all of the Mass Effect games out in their full content, because I know when Mass Effect 3 comes out, people are going to do what they've been doing with the other games, where they're just going to go through the main story and skip everything. They're going to skip leveling, they're going to skip doing side quests, they're going to skip it, and I want to put the whole game out there. So, anyways. Number 6, why did you start doing Let's Plays? Well, like I said, I wanted to give games their full due on YouTube. I kept watching Let's Plays of other people play games, and they kept skipping stuff, and it just bugged me to no end. So I want to give games their full due. I want to put them out there. If games have side quests in them, I want the side quests in them. You know, if games have a leveling up aspect to your character or to your companions, I want to show that. Same with equipment. Same with, you know, all the quote-unquote boring stuff that people skip. I want to put out there because it's part of the game. And I want people to know what's in the game. The boring stuff and the not-so-boring stuff. I want people to watch my videos and say, this is what I would get into if I got this game. Or, you know, if they have the game and they played it, this is what this guy does. Maybe I could do this. Or, I didn't think of that. Or, I can't believe he does the same thing I do. That's kind of cool, you know. So, that's why I started doing Let's Plays. I wanted to give games their full credit, full due, put them all out there for anybody to watch if they wanted to get the whole thing. So, yeah. And number 7, who do you think is the best Let's Player? Oh, I don't know. There are so many that I like, and I find new ones every day. Who do I think is the best right now that I've watched? I don't know, for entertainment value, I'd say the best one that I watch now would probably be Adasuki 10, mainly because his reactions to failing is just awesome. I can't believe it. His when he played Vice City, I think Grand Theft Auto Vice City, and even when he played games like Splinter Cell, and he would fail, and his character that he was playing would die, he would just, or something would happen that he didn't want to happen, he would just freak out, just overly freak out. And I don't know if it's an act at times or if it's just naturally what he does, but it just makes me roll over in laughter. It's just hilarious how he does it. And it's just over the top, and it's just really entertaining to watch him. Uh, as far as other aspects go, there are other people who are more real, keeping it real, if I can say that, who are like your one of the guys, one of the pals that you hang out with who just talks about stuff, and it doesn't even have to be about the game. They just use the game as a platform to talk about their day and what's going on, and I think SSOH PKC is really good at that. And he's a way popular YouTube. He's on like Machinima and stuff. So, but especially like with his Mario hacks, if you watch any of his Mario hacks, you could turn the video off. You could like go browse a forum or whatever and just listen to the video, and it would just be like one of your buddies talking about his work day, talking about what went on at work, what his plans are for the night, and what his future plans are for his upcoming videos and all that. So I think that he's really good at that, just being a natural, not even concerned about the game, so to speak, is just talking about his day and stuff. So that's pretty cool. Who else? I mean, there's all kinds of good Let's Players out there. I watch a lot of them. The Freaky Friday challenges always point to either a Let's Player or some kind of gamer that I like to watch. So, and they're the more not so popular ones yet. They haven't caught the notice yet of a lot of people. So, I like those just as much as I like the popular ones. Popularity doesn't really matter to me. It's your content. It's what you provide. But yeah. You'll never hear me say that I'm the best Let's Player, because like I said, I'm my own worst critic, but I hope I'm a semi-decent one, at the very least. Anyways, question number 8. What do you think is the best game console? I have 2 options for that, 2 choices. One would be the original NES, because in my humble opinion, that's when the best games ever came out. Original Super Mario Brothers, original Duck Hunt. I guess Duck Hunt. Did Duck Hunt ever have sequels? I don't know. But they just had the best games. And back then, that's when games were new. That's when everything was fresh. That's what all the games after that have been based off of. So the NES would be one, and then as far as more recent consoles go, the original Xbox would be one of my favorites. Love the original Xbox. Love the controller on it, and the games that came out on it were just amazing. Some of the best games out there, in my opinion. So yeah, the original Xbox and the original NES. So there you go. Number 9, do you like Simpsons, Family Guy, and South Park? I like Simpsons. I haven't seen them in years, but I grew up watching The Simpsons because it came on right around supper time. So it was either before supper or right after supper that I watched them. I think it was before supper. While we were waiting on Mom or whoever to cook supper, I grew up watching The Simpsons. So they were pretty awesome. I kind of like Family Guy every now and then, depends on my mood. But Family Guy kind of has some good episodes and some not so good episodes. But in general, I kind of like Family Guy. don't care for South Park at all. Don't care for South Park at all. I wish South Park would have never been made. It's just nasty. I don't care for it at all. Never really seen why people care for it, but whatever. Uh, Number 10, do you think you got a good personal life? I'm content with what I have. Things could be better. I could have more money, or could have, better place to live, or that sort of thing. But I'm not that bad off either. I have my own car. I've got my place to live. It is an apartment, but it's a place to live. I'm not out on the streets or anything, and I can afford little luxuries like the internet, and so, and my cell phone, and so I've got it pretty good. Things could be better, but things could be a lot worse. I'm kind of bummed that I'm almost 30 and I'm not in a significant personal relationship with somebody. That's kind of got me bummed lately, especially the closer that I get to 30. But, I mean, for the most part, I'm pretty happy with it. Even when it comes to not having a significant relationship like that with somebody, there are a lot of things to be said for not being in that too. So a lot of crap that I get to miss out on. So a lot of mind games and other crazy stuff that happens with that kind of thing. But anyways, overall, yeah, I've got it pretty good, I think. Mamaki1987 asks, are you doing all the DLCs for Fallout 3? And what game are you doing when you finish Fallout 3? When I finish Fallout 3, if I ever get that stupid game finished. Ugh, there's so much to do in it. Yes, I'm doing all the DLCs for Fallout 3. I have them all. That's why it's going to take me forever and a day to get the stupid game out and done, but I do have them. I have every DLC for Fallout 3, and I will go through them all. I'm probably not going to bother going through the DLCs of Fallout 3 until I've basically maxed out my character in leveling and stuff. Just for no other reason than I just want to be going through them maxed out, so they're all like bonus stuff, and I don't know, but I'm almost maxed out with my character anyway. I'm at or near level 20, which is the max you can get without the DLCs. So, and then with the DLCs you get 10 more levels, but they're just bonus levels, really. What game am I doing after I get done with Fallout 3? I don't know. Depends on when I get done with Fallout 3 and what games I've done in between. I've got quite a few games I could do. I could do Borderlands, I could do Transformers War for Cybertron, I could do Splinter Cell Conviction, I could do, let's see what other games are on here. Alpha Protocol would be another one. I mean, I've got plenty of games to keep me busy before and after that. I'd like to say that after I get Fallout 3 done, I'll do New Vegas, but I don't know when I'll get to that. I kind of want to get to the games I already have before I get to new ones that I don't have yet. But anyways, I'm sure I'll have some game after Fallout 3 I can get to. Cage848 asks, are you planning a Dragon Age 2 Let's Play? Yes, I am. Again, that's going to depend on when I get Dragon Age Origins and Awakening and all the DLCs for that game done. God. I would have so much more done in that game if it weren't for all the technical issues I've been dealing with. I really want to play that game and record that game, but every time I start a recording session, I just dread what technical things are going to happen. Lag mostly these days, but I don't know. If I ever get Dragon Age Origins done, I will probably get on to Dragon Age 2. But like I said, I have plenty of other games that I have right now that are probably going to take some kind of precedence over getting newer ones. But I eventually, hopefully, will be able to do Dragon Age 2, yes. When do you think you've gotten so many why do you think you've gotten so many subscribers lately? That comes from that midget person. A lot of it has to do with Minecraft, probably. Before Minecraft, I had this channel at easily 6 months before I had Minecraft. And it took me that long, however long it was, 6 or 7 months, to gain 100 subscribers. As soon as I got Minecraft, within that first month of having a Minecraft video on my channel, I easily had double that amount. I had like 300 subscribers within that first month or two at the very latest. I mean, it was just bam, bam, bam. As soon as I got Minecraft, my subscribers just skyrocketed for a while there, and then it's kind of leveled off now again, but I can only imagine that's why I'm as popular as I am. If I didn't have Minecraft, I probably wouldn't be nearly as popular. I probably wouldn't even have half the subscribers I do now, if not for that game. But I mean, that's fine. You're going to have spikes like that if you're a Let's Player. Doesn't matter. It'll be the weirdest game ever. You could be playing some old retro game that nobody's played in, 5-10 years at least. Put it on YouTube and it might catch a following, or it might be that you happen to catch the eye of some really popular YouTuber. Like, I doubt any decently, and I mean decently popular YouTuber by like having like tens of thousands of subscribers, like SSOHPKC for example. I doubt he's watched any of my videos. But let's just assume that he has, and he sees one of my videos, and he really likes what I'm doing, and he wants to mention me in one of his videos. Even in passing, he happens to mention my YouTube name. I could only imagine what that would do for my popularity just on the passing. Not even as like a full shout out or anything. Just like in passing. So there's all sorts of ways that popularity, that subscribers and stuff come in. Just boom, you could be doing a like I said, I was on here 6 months and I had less than 100 subscribers, or right at 100 subscribers by the end of it. 6 months. And then Minecraft comes in and I get that many in easily within a month. I get another 100 subscribers, just like that, just because it's Minecraft. And I came in, I guess, with Minecraft at the right time when it was really popular on YouTube and it just caught on fire and everybody had a fever for it and couldn't get enough videos for it. And I don't know. It happens like that. I'm sure some of you who are Let's Players who maybe aren't as popular are going to end up that way at some point. There's going to be some game you play, whether it's new or old or whatever, somebody's going to like, and it's going to get popular, and bam, overnight you'll just get so many. And that's why I don't put a lot of faith in the subscriber number. I mean, I have these specials so I can have these Q&As with you guys. But it's a way from I only recognize the number for this to give some sort of, mark for you guys, landmark. Oh, he's hit 800 subscribers. We're going to have another Q&A. I better get my questions ready, that sort of thing. It's just a way to give back to you guys and interact with you guys some more. But as far as like popularity numbers and stuff go, I'm not too big on concerned with that. I've never gone out and promoted and like done sub for sub or any of that stuff. I've never gone to other channels and like posted in their channel comments, to come check out my channel and check out my videos and blah blah blah. I just put my videos out there and people will watch them. You guys will spread the word of mouth when you like my videos and you put me in your like channels to watch box or whatever. But yeah, I'm not big on the whole thing because I want people to come watch who are going to watch. I don't want people who are just here for a number boost. So, anyways, why do I think I've gotten so many subscribers lately? Minecraft, mostly. I happen to get lucky with a game that a lot of people want to watch. And I also got lucky in the fact that that game didn't have a lot of videos on when I started with it. And I'm probably getting more more popular now at this time because I have more videos of it than a lot of other people do. A lot of other people do 20 videos and stop, or they do 50 videos and stop. I have 189 now, and I'm going to end up with 200 by the time I stop my Let's Play of Minecraft. And that's not counting the grooving with Minecraft videos. That's not counting the upcoming series I'm going to do with Minecraft. So, you know, there's a niche there that I'm filling that's probably why I'm popular. But maybe I'm just throwing that out in the wind. Maybe a lot of people like Mass Effect and that's what's been popular. But as far as my active subscribers go, you guys who participate and give feedback and stuff, it's been Minecraft that has gotten that, as far as I know. Anyways, enough of that rant. The Mind Fiend asks, if you can make 3 alterations to YouTube, what would they be? First and most important alteration I'd make is for the advanced uploader to work as it's advertised, to provide actual resumable downloads. Like if I would lose my internet connection for a second or two, it would pause. It would automatically pause, and then it would start up again when the internet started up again. You know, it used to work that way. When they first introduced it, it worked beautifully. I could set up my videos to overload to load up overnight while I was sleeping, or during the day while I was at work, and they would just upload. And I could, when I got done sleeping, woke up, or when I got done with work, I could get online and fill out the information, tags, and description and all that stuff, put them in the playlist, and boom, it's done. You guys could watch them and all that good stuff. Now, I mean, the uploads have been working pretty good now, but they still fail every once in a while. I can't guarantee that my videos, when I set them to upload while I'm sleeping overnight, will be uploaded in the morning. The very first video could fail to upload, so the others won't even get started uploading, and that's really annoying, so I'd fix that. That'd be the first alteration. A second alteration would be in the homepage for YouTube. The videos that show up there, like either in recommended videos or in the top videos or whatever, I would make it more of a random system where they just take random videos from that category, regardless of their view count, regardless of their likes or dislikes or whatever, where just random videos from whichever category would show up, like gaming videos. It might be a gaming video with 300,000 views. It might be a gaming video with 3,000 views. It might be a gaming video with 300 views. It might be a gaming video with 3 views that shows up on the main page. That way more people's videos get seen through that aspect, because now it's just the top videos getting seen on the front page in that portion of it. They even say top videos, most viewed videos, most popular videos, whatever. So it's just a certain little aspect that's getting noticed, so the others don't get seen, without going through a search engine or without randomly, going through related videos of other people's videos. And it's just, it doesn't help the community as a whole. It just helps the people that are already popular be popular or stay popular, whatever. So, yeah, I'd fix that. And a third alteration to YouTube, I don't know. I don't really know what a third alteration to YouTube would be. Those are my 2 main issues with YouTube. I don't mind really much else. I guess third alteration would be that the copyright, whatever you want to call it, matching thing would be either changed or taken out or something, because you could have 3 seconds of a song, and if they match somebody else's song, then the whole video is like content matched to that person. Now, I haven't had any like DMCA claims or anything against my videos, which I shouldn't, because they're just fair use. I'm just commenting on games I play. But I've had videos like in Germany, like for Mamaki 1987, some videos she can't see because they're blocked in Germany because of content ID matches. That's it. oh, your video happens to contain this song from this company or this and that. So your video is blocked in this country or that country, or you can't do this, or, or you might get ads on this video, blah, 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 blah. Stupid stuff. It's not genuine copyright issues going on, or even like forcibly, false copyright issues going on for people who might hate me and just have a grudge against me or some crazy thing. It's just these false content ID match things that YouTube overcompensates for, and it's annoying. But yeah, anyways. Krusty Awesomeness asks, oh, never mind, it's not a question. He or she's just congratulating me on reaching 700 subscribers. Well, thanks. I'm glad you think I deserve more. I'm glad to have the viewers that I have. It's great to think that people get something out of my videos, whether it's entertainment, information, whatever. That's awesome. Like I said, I'm my own worst critic, so I'm not going to say I deserve more, but I can't believe I have as many as I have. So I'm perfectly happy with who I have now, so more the merrier, sure. Combat Solver asks, can you play Mario? Sure, I suppose. I could probably figure out how to play Mario on like an emulator or something. Might even be able to hook up my GameCube at some point and play some Mario games on there. Like Mario Kart. I have Mario Kart. But that's going to be a while yet, because I want to get through my PC games before I try and work on the console games, because the console games are going to be crappier quality just through the fact that my consoles don't have any HD like quality to them. They're just made for regular TV, so. But anyways, Momomo951 asks, why do you call us crazy kids? It's my term of endearment, my term of affection for you guys. I could say, hey there, friends. I could say, hey there, people. But I say, hey there, crazy kids. Because everybody's a kid at heart, no matter your age. And what better time is there to call somebody or call a group of people crazy kids if you're not calling gamers crazy kids? I mean, how much more fitting do you want to get to call somebody a crazy kid than to call a gamer a crazy kid? So it's not an insult in any means. It's a term of endearment. It's a term of affection from me. That's what I call all my friends. I call my real life friends crazy kids. Hey there, crazy kids. How's it going? So that's what it is. And it covers, cool kind of crazy, and the stupid kind of crazy, and the crazy kind of crazy. So, yeah, it covers everybody. But yes, it's a term of endearment, term of affection. It's another way of saying, hey friends, hey pals, hey buddies. Hey there, boys and girls. Instead of saying that, I just say, hey there, crazy kids. So, well, sometimes I say, hey there, boys and girls, too, but whatever. That covers all the questions, I guess. Let's do a quick reload here, make sure. Yep, that pretty much covers it. So, thanks for watching, boys and girls. Thanks for participating. Again, when I reach 800 subscribers, we'll have this whole Q&A thing again, so you can ask more questions, get to know me better, all that good stuff. Definitely want to say thanks for watching, those of you who have watched this video all the way through. I don't know how long this video is now, probably a half hour or something, maybe even longer, but thanks for watching and participating, and this is always fun. I always enjoy these Q&A videos. That's why I keep doing them. I'm always interested in seeing what you guys answer, and I always like letting you guys get to know me better, and because I feel this is a lot of the time this is the closest interaction we get between you, the viewer, and me, content provider, and it's the same when I'm watching somebody else and they provide a Q&A. It's the closest I'm going to get to really talking with them and them responding directly back, so always look forward to more of these. But anyways, that's it for this, the second part of my 700 subscriber special. So I'm the Good Old Gamer, and as with every video I've said lately, I'll say now, bye for now. Until next time.